Show me the big picture. I want to see the big picture. I'm sure you said and heard these words many times in your life. For all of us, seeing the big picture is essential as it provides clarity. We can see how things connect and why they are important. PROCESIO's Process Designer is about building and sharing the big picture of any integration and workflow automation, and in this video you will learn how to use it. We just need a basic understanding of the PROCESIO platform and a case study for the demo to achieve this. Because we really want you to feel how valuable the Process Designer is, we will build the demo application first without any explanation about the use case. I promise you that if you have some experience with business processes integration and automation, you will figure it out by yourself. Anyway, we will explain the case we use at the end. Let's get started. We log in and we are directed to the dashboard. The main navigation panel that contains PROCESIO's main components is on the left-hand side of the screen. By the end of the series, you will be familiar with all of them, but we will focus on Process Designer in this video. Clicking on the button takes us to the Process Designer homepage. Here we can create, modify, and run processes. In PROCESIO, a process is a container of actions that also controls the execution of those actions. If, for example, we want to execute a connection to a data source and extract some information from there, we need to create a process with those actions. Let's see how it works. Click on the Create New button and a new process workspace opens. We like to call this a digital canvas because we paint the big picture of the workflow here. There are several essential functionalities in this space. On the left side of the workspace, we can see the platform-defined actions. If what's needed is not here, we can create it on the Custom Action section that we'll present later. On top of the workspace, we have the process name. On the right side, there are Save, Validate, and Run buttons, and also, very important, the controls for variables and the error messages windows. We will see all those in action a bit later. Now, let's see how we design a demo workflow. As I said, we will create it first without any explanations to see how intuitive and familiar this is. Okay, we have the workflow. Now, if you didn't quite understand everything, no worries, we will do it again with explanations. The demo case is familiar and straightforward. We need to automate some notifications based on the information we have in an Excel file. For this, we drag and drop a Get File Data action. In the file we will use, which you can download from the link in the video description, we have information about some issued invoices. You can see we have name, invoice number, due date, amount, phone number, and email address. For each line in this file, so for each invoice, we're going to send out some notifications. We drag a For Each action on the workspace. Because we will send out different messages depending on the due date, a decisional action is required. The next two actions we drag on the canvas are Call Subprocess and Call API. With the Call API action, we will send an SMS message if the invoice due date is overdue. We use the Call Subprocess action to ensure the phone number has the proper format by running another process that we'll define later. Next, we add a Send Email, a Join, and another Send Email action. The first Send Email action we use to send email notifications about the due date, and the second is to inform the business process owner about the steps taken. The role of the Join action is to unify the decisional branches. Last thing, we establish the flow direction and the order of execution by connecting the actions we added to the workspace with arrows. And that's it, our first process design. Now we push the Save button on top to make sure our work is safe. To go back to the Process Designer homepage, we push the Back button on the top left side corner of the screen. Now that we have the big picture of our workflow automation process, we invite you to watch the following tutorials to learn how to define and further use each action we added in the process. Best to start with Data Model Designer.